Right. So Tony, the purpose of this video is for those on YouTube. We recently uploaded a video of the mods at the Delapole site where the woods are.
Yes.
They've been getting a bit of flack saying we planted it in their heads, and animals have created other noises, whatever noises there was. I mean, we're here to kind of defend that. I mean, we kind of agree that there is animals about, but
we've encountered that a few times. The hedgehogs are noisy little beasts, aren't they? But then again, you know, if you're there and you do know these things are there, and then you purposefully look for them, that's happened to us twice. I mean, the first time we got charged by this kamikaze hedgehog, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was quite funny. And the second time there was just a quiet one snuffling around, but we did hear it. This is something completely different. And for the people who don't understand what twig snapping footsteps are, walk through a wood yourself. They're bipedal footsteps.
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to the video where there's Barbara and Amanda, because we give them that Sony camera just to film, and we left them, you can actually, if you turn it up and put headphones, you can actually hear twigs snapping. They're not imagining it. It is there, but people are saying there's nothing there. You know, do you think some people just come on our videos to have a rant or an argument, or just?
I don't know. It's all, the thing is, everybody's got an opinion, and people are entitled to that opinion, aren't they?
Yeah.
But but the thing is, it's all very well. I mean, we know we've upgraded our cameras. That was one of our old cameras. We have upgraded since, and they have much superior audio. But the thing is, I mean, the mods were there. I mean, you're talking about level-headed people who have been told in which direction to point a camera, because we know that predictably every single time we take new people here, they can experience the same thing, and it freaks them out. And that's not to mention the spirit lights that have been seen dancing around those woods, not just by ourselves, but by people that we've had in those woods, stood at that very space, who was convinced there was someone between us and them when there wasn't. And the spirit lights were seen from both directions. In fact, I was on a live last night, and Tony Beacock turned up on the live, and I said, "Oh, great! People, ask Tony about his experience, please." Yeah. So we were even talking about it then. But it's an interesting one. So it is an interesting one,
including those two mods. And us, I mean, there's 7 people witness those footsteps.
That's right. You can set your watch by it. Yeah,
I've heard them at the other side of the woods. You know, do you remember when I was ill at the other side by myself? I heard them rushing up to me, and I turned around and said, "You're going to have to F off, because I don't want you," and then just backed off and walked away.
Yeah, but I think to be quite honest, if you kind of spend a lot of time in woodlands, like any decent paranormal team kind of does, you'll get to learn the difference between what is an animal and what are footsteps. It can be called pretty much common sense, really. But the interesting thing was, when I was speaking to Babs and Amanda later on, and they said, "You know, you said there'd be footsteps, there'd be sounds." I said, yeah. She said, and they said, "We thought we were hearing the footsteps because of the sounds all around us. We thought was that." And then they said, and then we heard the footsteps coming straight towards us, and that's when the mild panic set in, and then they radioed, and then I charged through, because we don't want anybody unduly worried or scared under our watch, you know. But it does happen. It happens. We don't know what it is. It's unexplained. We're not saying it's paranormal. We're saying it's unexplained. We've had thermal in there. We have some. You know, we've got 3 Canon XA40s that we crack out with additional infrared lighting. And nothing will. We wouldn't really call ourselves investigators if we didn't know how to investigate, and if we didn't have decent gear. And the other times that's been picked up, there's been nothing. You are rushed with footsteps that stop 10 feet away, and then there's complete silence, and that is it. That's all you get.
What
It's the strangest thing.
we didn't mention in that video, what we put up as well, when we first turned up on the night, we was all walking across the top of the hill. Yes. I saw two black figures walking, and as soon as I got my torch out, they kind of stopped, and I saw them stop, turn, and look at us, and I put my light on them, and they just vanished. I couldn't prove this. This is why I didn't even mention it in the video. But then Amanda saw another figure walking the other way, and Barbara later on in the evening saw a figure walk through the woods. But we didn't put this in the video because, you know, we thought people are not going to believe this, even if we say it.
Yeah. I mean, dark woods, it's a nighttime, light and shade, playing tricks on your eyes. Yeah, we know that. But it's not a comfortable situation when you are there. I mean, it's a site we call it an ongoing investigation for us. It's a site we investigate quite a lot, and every single time. What about the last time we were there? We came away with those 3 EVPs, and we caught them, and we were live streaming, and we were playing back the audio, and they were there for everyone to hear. Where they come, there is activity on that site. Where it comes from, no one knows. We don't know.
I mean, it's not just the ground of an old mental asylum, but right next door is a crematorium, what is still active as well. People forget that.
Yeah, that's right. With only a fence separating it. So, you know, who knows what these things is. But it's, I don't know. I think it's pretty damn rude of people to say that the people who were actually there on the night who've experienced it, and then they're telling everybody else who've experienced it, oh no, you were wrong. It was X, Y, Z. You weren't there.
We'd got into their head to make them believe that that's there. That's one of the theories somebody's going with.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, seeding them with information. Yeah, and no, because look, they were nervous, and we like to put, especially our moderators, because we think a hell of a lot about them. They were nervous, so we just said, look, this is what you can be expected to hear. You keep the camera pointed in that direction because they'll come from that direction.
There was no positive comment really in some of the people's comments, and I don't mind people having an opinion, but it's got to be constructive
and respectful.
Yeah.
So
I've kind of left the mods to argue away on that post because they're like little pit bulls. You shouldn't start with the mods.
Well, and they were the ones that were there.
They witnessed it.
Yeah, no one else was.
We didn't. We wasn't there with them. We was on the other side of the woods.
Yeah.
So you know, I mean, this video is just to let people know that we didn't plant a seed in their head at all. 7 people now have witnessed what they witnessed.
And it's always been the same. And as I said earlier, you can set your watch by it. It happens the same time every single time. It happens the same every single time.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll be going back to that site as well, won't we?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. We always look forward to going there because we always come back with something.
Yeah. So, yeah, cool. I mean, this video is just to try and explain a little bit more to people that I know you're going to get them skeptical people. We're skeptical, but
we're level-headed skeptics ourselves. Yeah,
we've seen it, heard it ourselves, and witnessed it, and we've seen other things, which is why this video is going ahead and backing the mods up with what they saw, because we know it happens on there.
And that is why this site keeps drawing us back.
Yeah.
How many times would you say we've investigated that site now, Mark? It's got to be up 20+ times, isn't it?
It's a lot, yeah. It's more than 15 probably, or around that number. I don't know.
Yeah, we've been there a lot of times, but it's compelling. It's a compelling site. You might argue the same with us. Because we know it's an old asylum site, we're expecting things to happen, but we can document it and show you.
Yeah. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get regular updates. If you like PSI that much, please join the channel as a member.